But what's the difference whether you have a Rothko show and a bunch of collectors go on the Rothko, including David Rockefeller, who's on the board, and then sells the Rothko, or someone like, what's the difference if they sell it? As you yourself said, art is not about
The
money,
public
it's
not
about
served. With Darkest presenting, you can be sure that it's going to be the least costing show, right? How is the public not going to be served by Darkest showing his collection at the new museum?
The public is not served by the erosion of public and private that over the long haul gives people no reason to trust the institutions that they are involved with or going to. And it is outrageous to do that. And the reason we have the museum, and I think the Darkest is a very, very wealthy man. If Darkest wants to show his collection, he can well afford to rent a lovely space at any catering hall and put it there. There's nothing stopping him from doing that. To put his collection in a place that is financed and supported by, partly by the public and has a public trust, and I just find that outrageous. And I would under any circumstances.
But why?
For the reason that I just said.
You know, you use words like trust, public, right? How exactly is anybody violated in that situation? Specifically.
For the same reason that for
Who
politics.
becomes pregnant in this situation?
Who
For
becomes
example,
pregnant?
right.
The people who become, well, I won't answer the pregnant questions, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, when I go to the museum, I want to know that the work that is being shown in that museum has been given the deepest and best, as with MoCA, has been given the deepest and best consideration by the deepest and best minds available for me to see. That's really what I care about. I don't really want to see it, and as much as I love seeing interesting works of art, that's really what I care about. I care about its contextualization and the world in which it enters. I don't care about the display, and I think what people need more of is not just simply a display of objects. They need to have a relationship to these objects and understand what it is. And I think a show that is, you know, here's my collection. And by the way, the city gets nothing out of that. The audience, you know, he shows the collection for a little bit and then it goes away. You know, it's not part of a museum. You know, MoCA, if MoCA shows a collector's collection, as Cliff well knows, it's an obligation for the collector to donate a substantial portion of that collection to the museum. Otherwise, the museum won't do that. That's what's appropriate.
All of it, not a substantial. All of it.
Dean,
That to me is what is an appropriate act on behalf of the collector.
Dean, you're right.